Hello, people. So I get this question often with React components. Let's say you're testing use params and you don't have a URL, right? Initially, in a component test, you don't have a URL. And in some components, if you have certain links, right, you can have a URL after having clicked the link and navigated to a dummy URL. Like for instance, if you see it here, and if I click on home, I will get to the default route. If I click on not found, I'll go to not found. If I click onto books, I'll go to books. But this only works if you're clicking on something, right? And there are situations where you can't click on something. Let's say you're in a parent component and then you're getting some parameters from the URL, right? And there is no URL, so things end up becoming undefined. So there is a solution to it, and I'll share that with you in this video. So how to trick the component test runner into having a URL. Okay, so let's just have a look at what this component is about. I give a quick demo here, right? We have home, we have not found, and then we have books. And under books, there is possible another layer of routes, basically. So real quick, here is the top component, and let's just zoom in a little. We can close the test for now. So we have this top component, there's home, there's not found, there's books, and then there's a sidebar, and then underneath it, there can be a book list, a new book, and a not found book. So it's like crazy. I mean, it's not super complex, but it's complex enough to display the capabilities of React Router. All right, so how do we test this in case we don't have a URL? So I do have a test here, right? And because there are so many links, I don't need to trick the UI into having a URL because I can click on something and then I can check the location, and I can verify the location that I clicked on the right thing. And because that's the way the UI is designed, it's not always designed that way. So what do we do? What do we do when we have a case where the UI, the URL is undefined and we need to trick it? Okay, so let's just do that. So context, trick the CP runner into having a URL. Okay, let's say it should navigate to. So we have books. Let's just do one of them, but if you do one, everything else will be the same. So yes, we have to mount, right? And that is the same. But before we mount, we can use this trick to push into the window history something. So it's going to think that it's at the books route, right? And when we mount it, so let's just do it without one for now. Let's just do the normal mount, the same mount we did here. So this is it. Okay. So we'll do it without one and we'll be at the not found because if there is no URL, it's going to be the not found component that it defaults to because it's set up that way. So now we're going to trick it into thinking it's at the books URL. All right, and then sci location path name should equal books. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Right. And in fact, we could just, what do we have here? We have books, books one, books new. All right, we can try all those. So let's just try this one first. Yeah, perfect. See, we are at the books right now. Okay, let's try another one. Books one. Is it gonna take it? I should fail because it's thinking it's at books. Perfect. So books one. Voila. All right. Now, yeah, see, we're at the book one. Perfect. Check this out. I mean, so you can 100% control the URL by using window history push state. Then done. In my component, I have immediately the URL without having to click on anything. So this helps in the case of, you know, you just might run into it. And I did at work. So I had to make a proof of concept showing that, okay, this is possible. We can control the URL, whatever it may be, and then take it from there. That's all. I think this was a kind of a blocker for many people. I always use the advice use end-to-end when it's routing, but this one-liner is simple enough that I think you can use it anywhere. All right, enjoy.